Hello everybody, this is Mike Jr. II, and welcome to a new Let's Play that I've been wanting to do for a while now, but the reason why I haven't done it is because I haven't beaten the game. And I'll get into why I haven't beaten into it later, but I figured we'll enjoy this this fantastic opening, but you know, like it sounds pretty, it looks pretty, but they really don't match. So anyway, as you can see, you know, here's Kirby and some new friend of his. And this dark thing is literally coming to Popstar, and it looks like it's invading is probably the best way to kind of interpret it. And we see some old friends, we see some new friends here, and but you know, it's like everybody on Popstar can see what's going on here. Like it's pretty serious. And here we see a combination of some of our old animal friends with some new little guys here. I do love how the one in the middle is just like, I don't really care, I'm just hungry, guys. So anyway, guys, welcome to my Let's Play of Kirby's Dreamland 3. I have actually just beat this game today, still technically today. I got 5 minutes until it's midnight right now. But yes, this is, yep, here we go. Let me delete these two files, don't need these. Oh, now I did beat this game 100%. Technically this should be a 97% file. I am playing this on the Raspberry Pi, which does have slight bit of lag in certain locations, and I'm pretty sure it's the Pi, but I'm pretty sure there would still be some lag on the Super Nintendo as well. So at least, if not on the Super Nintendo, I have seen it on the Nintendo Wii as well, with some of the sections for the Dream Collection, and which is basically just a virtual console port onto a disc. So, not sure how the Wii U port would do, but I've just bought a ton of shit on the Wii U store. I'm not buying any more right now. And Nintendo, you know, Nintendo already took money from my Raspberry Pi video. I'm not, you know, they're not having any more for me right now for games I already fucking own. So anyway, yeah, so we're gonna start a new game, and we'll get into my opinions and stuff in this game in a second. First, let's enjoy a lot of this. Like right here, we have Kirby level 1 starting this off. Kirby's avatar is this little freaking ball, but I love the atmosphere of, like, we're in space right now. There's a little tune in the background, but for the most part, yeah, we're out in space, but Popstar ain't looking too good right now. Though to be fair, I don't really like that big main menu thing. So anyway, level 1, Grassland. So, yep, so as we can see here, we have some new animal friends here. You know, Kirby was gonna go hang out with Rick, but oh no, this new person showed up, and so we'll talk about the new friends along the way. One thing I like about this game is it does give you options for which friends you actually want to pick, so it's kind of good from there. So let's start this off. So anyway, first things first. Look at how graphically impressive this is. Like, there is no, like, specific... I will be doing save states a lot, so if you see that little thing on the corner, I apologize. But this game looks absolutely gorgeous. There is no filters going on right now. I doubt this game even needs filters, honestly. Hal did a fantastic job. Like, look at that scrolling in the background as well, on the top with the flowers, or not the flowers, but the clouds in the sky, but also the flowers. This game looks drop-dead fucking gorgeous. And the music itself, while they're all really good tracks. I wouldn't say there's one that makes me go, oh yeah, you know, this is an amazing track, though. If you're a fan of Kirby 64 and you never played Dreamland 3 like me, you'll notice a lot is taken from this game for Kirby 64. So get ready to see a lot of that. So anyway, something I did say a second ago, I am recording this at night. I do have other people who live with me, so I am going to be slightly quieter than usual, but this really isn't a game I'm going to be cursing at and screaming and yelling like certain Nuzlockes or, you know, other difficult games. You know, this game's slightly easy in a sense. You know, it has its problems, which I will get into later. So anyway, we have our basic controls like usual. Kirby can slide, he can suck up enemies, he can actually copy abilities like usual, and here we're gonna get the cutter ability. So yep. Now if you played Superstar or in Superstar Ultra, I played Superstar Ultra, which was a much better port of I shouldn't say port. By the way, if I pause the game, sometimes it's because I have to press select to do save state, and that means I also have to get rid of my ability, and I don't like doing that, so I do apologize if I do pauses for no reason. But anyway, there is one difference, though, between this game and Superstar, or sorry, we'll say specifically Superstar, because those were both games that originally came out on the Super Nintendo. Superstar first, then Dreamland 3. We are back to single use, guys. We don't have the whole, if you dash and use the ability, if you hold B and you use the ability, you know, nothing like that. Like, there's some, you know, obviously Kirby can have his little throw and it kind of goes it upward, but I can't do a dash you know, little slash attack, like, you know, one of my favorite abilities to do with the cutter. If I'm close to this guy and I use cutter, he's not going to do the whole kind of little sword stabby and then the up B cutter that we noticed from Smash Brothers. That doesn't exist, and it really sucks. It's one of the biggest complaints I can have for this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the reason why is because we have the animal friends back in this game. I kind of already spoiled it. So yes, so because we have the animal friends, we are back to when you team up with your animal friend, you get a new ability with like, it's like a fusion between the animal and the ability that we have. So if I remember correctly, all of the ones in Dreamland 2, all of the abilities are same as they were in Dreamland 2 for our old friends. So if we got Spark and Rick right here, which is this guy over here, this cute little hamster, we would get the Spark ability again. But we do have ourselves a new little friend over here as well. This is, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's either Nago, yeah, Nago, or Nago, however you want to pronounce it. So anyway, I don't know if this was Rick's ability in the previous game, but anyway, if you're up against a wall, you can actually, we can't really see it here because there's no physical wall we could go up against without leaving, but I don't know if this is in the previous game, but if Rick goes up against a wall, apparently he can't slip on ice, and if he gets enough traction on a wall, he can actually continuously jump up against the wall, which is important for later on. Nago over here has the ability to do multiple jumps. I think we have two, yes, we have 2 midair jumps, so technically 3 in total. So also his cutter and Kirby's ability is this little shooty upward thing. So yeah, I don't know what Nago's supposed to be. I have a FAQ in front of me right now. Doesn't say what he is, so I'm guessing he's a cat-like creature. You know, he might even be a Tanuki. That would probably make the most sense. So anyway, we're going to choose him because he's new, and why the hell not? So yes, but one of my issues with this game is, you know, while it's cool to have the animal friends and the combination abilities, which I really think is pretty cool, the issue is you know, here's Kirby's ability. It's this up B kind of ability. It's kind of hard to pull off, and just imagine, like right there, how was I supposed to hit that guy in my position? I couldn't have, so you know, each ability is very specific, and it's one of those things I just don't like about the friends abilities, especially in this game, because they... Again, I like the combinations, but it feels like they've really kind of scrapped a few of them together, and they're just not that amazing. So, you know, it's one of those things. Oh, we can get this ability, though. I do think this is one of the best abilities in the game, though. It's we're bouncing on top of the parasol, and we're actually pretty invincible during this. I think attacks directly above us can hurt us, but for the most part, we're pretty invincible by the sides as well. And the game isn't always nice like that. Sometimes it's very like particular about, oh no, it needs to be exactly like, you know, the hitbox is very fucked up. Like right now, I'm pretty sure we can pretty get fucked up. But here's our Spark ability, so we can kind of charge up, which is why it makes me think we're probably more of a cat than a Tanuki. And we can kind of walk around with this invincibility frames kind of thing. Then we can also go over here to break those specific blocks. Now, if you notice, they did have an electric symbol on them, meaning that only the Spark ability could do it. Oh, really? When does this thing run out? Oh, no, I see. We gotta charge it up. Alright, that makes sense. I'm gonna keep the the parasol ability, because why not? So anyway, yeah, this is Kirby's Dreamland 2. Again, the music in this game is fucking fantastic. Graphically, it looks very impressive. And, oh, see, even right there, you know, we kind of jumped up, and I guess we had enough invincibility frames that we actually killed that enemy. So that makes this combination actually probably one of the absolute best in the entire game, which it kind of sucks that we're kind of blowing our load there. Ooh. So anyway, you probably just heard that noise just there. Now, I'm going to show this off real quick, but I'm going to do a save state so I can just come back to this spot really quickly. But, anyway, we're going to actually step on top of this guy. Now, you know, it looks like they're pretty friendly, but we accidentally hurt one of them. So, you know, what does that mean? You know, we had that little noise in the beginning, so obviously something somewhat important is going on. So, but we're just going to ignore that one guy, or we're just going to hit that one guy and ignore the rest, just to see what kind of happens. To kind of help show you guys about how this game works and why it took me forever to play this game. You know, it's not like I was just like, oh, I hate this game. By the way, that guy right there, very easy to run into if you're not if you're not careful. So anyway, we're gonna go into the little 3 stars. That showed that this was the end of the level. Now, if you notice, this little flower here is the same one at the beginning of the main menu. And you have this very sad music in the background. So it basically means we fucked up. So when we exit the level here, which this will always be the exit right before this little mini game. This doesn't matter, so we're just gonna jump. We can get 1-ups, soda drinks, maximum tomatoes, and then the mean ones are basically you fucked up. So anyway, as you notice, there are little tiny symbols above, or little tiny boxes above the above each individual level here. You know, if those aren't filled up, that means we actually have to complete the mission in the level. There is a mission in every single level in this game. I call them missions. I don't know if they have other things, but basically there's an objective we have to do in each level, and we have to complete every single one of them in the game and then beat the boss of the world after we complete them all. And then we have to do that for all, I believe, 5 levels in the game, and by doing so we end up, that's how we get the true final boss in the game. So it's similar to how Kirby's Dreamland 2 worked out. And just like Kirby's Dreamland 2, you know, I really have to, I'm gonna go back here now, so we're just gonna actually ignore this guy. We're not gonna hit these guys now, and we're gonna show what happens when we do that. I will be using save states a lot during this Let's Play, by the way. It's, again, this just isn't one of my favorite games out there right now. You know, I just finished it today. Like I said, it took me like a week to beat it, honestly. You know, I was playing other games in the process, but I was trying to make this a priority, because I figured, you know what, I'm getting close to, so, you know, I want to play the Kirby main games in order, and I've been needing to play this game for a while now. But anyway, we didn't actually beat the, we didn't hit any of the guys there, which was the objective. We were supposed to make sure they were all happy and healthy. And they drop off this little thing right here. We also get very nice music in the background. Like, how somber is that? How beautiful is that? Like, you know what it makes me think of? I was trying to think about it, because you hear this song a lot when you're trying to get 100% in this game. Or I say 100%, you have to get all of they're called heart stars. You have to get them all to get the true boss in the game, the true ending of the game. But technically, if you get them all, you actually only end up with 97%. You have to actually beat the boss rush at the end of the game too. I won't be doing that. I will plan on doing it in the future, but I'm not going to be doing it for this specific Let's Play. But anyway, this music, it makes me think of Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, because I've been trying to think what it makes me feel like. And do you know, like, those little, like, moments in the first Mystery Dungeon games when you're, like, either, I want to say either when you're at the ending of the game, I won't spoil it, or when you're in those little psychedelic areas in your dreams, you know, boom. That's what it kind of feels like to me. So anyway, once we get those little heart stars, and we'll go through this little moment right here. Oh, maximum tomato. Bam. Good. I've gotten pretty good at these ones here. But anyway, it shows up above on the map, above the specific level, to show you, okay, you know, you got it, you completed it. So, and can I just compliment too? Look at how cute Nago looks. It's Nago, right? Yes. How Nago looks with Kirby on the back screen. This game has so much fucking charm. Absolute so much charm. But anyways, so to talk about that though, yeah. So that's how the structure of this game works, and that's how it's going to work. There are 6 specific levels in every world. There's 5 worlds in the game, and then there's also a boss fight at the end. So that's considered different. You don't have an objective with boss fights. So yeah. All right. So now that we did that, oh well, first we have to do this now. So, you guys might be thinking that Kirby Star Allies recently was the first game that had the broom ability, or that GameCube thing. Nope. This game had the broom ability first. I think it's called cleaning? What is the... Oh, it's called broom, at least for the FAQ I have open right now, because, you know, why do I have an FAQ? Some of these missions are really stupid, and I'll get into that. So you might be thinking, though, you know, okay, well, you know, all this is cool and stuff, but, you know, or at least maybe it's not cool. But where's the, you know, it sucks you don't have partners in this game. Oh boy, we do. Before I'll show off, for some reason it's a little cleaning board I think Nago goes on top of here. Anyway, but I want to get rid of my ability here. You don't need to, but so you might be, there's one animal friend that we actually haven't seen yet, and you're probably curious what it was. It's this little guy. If you have a second player, he can control this little guy. If I remember correctly, his name is Gooey. At first I thought he couldn't copy abilities. He can, he just doesn't, unless you have a second player controlling him. But just like in not Star Allies, Kirby's Superstar, you can have a second player join in and control Gooey over here. So you do take up 1 little life bar to give him 4, and here's the issue, guys. This game can be a little laggy, and even without the fact that, like, it's the game doing it, not, you know, it's not the emulator particularly, it's just, or it might be an emulator, who knows, you know, this game's pretty expensive on an original Super Nintendo. I would like to get Superstar and Dreamland 3 one day, because funny enough, because this uses a chip, which is probably why it looks so graphically impressive, it does have a special chip in it that has not been properly emulated for flash cards like an EverDrive. You know, it's one of the few games that you actually need one, whether you have a EverDrive or not. So yeah. But anyway, so there are laggy moments, and honestly, he's an idiot, and it makes me, like, he runs into shit, and when he gets hurt, it makes me think I'm getting hurt. I don't like it. So to get rid of him, and I hate this, you have to make sure you have no abilities, and then you have to eat him. Now, you do gain some health, and if you're down to your last little life, like your little squares down to its little tiny bit, you can actually print him out, and then eat him, and you'll get some of your life back, so... You can't get full health this way, but it is a way to kind of abuse it if you need some help later on in the game. Alright, so that's really the best I can think of right now to talk about. But yeah, there was Gooey. Technically, he's considered a dark matter, but... Oh yeah, I forgot. This little... just kind of pounds the screen. I really like that. You know, I didn't use Nago a lot when I was playing through my original playthrough of this game, as in for this last week. But he is a very good partner in this game. There's a lot that aren't that great. He's pretty damn good. So I do, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys like Rick, but Rick has a lot of problems. Rick being the hamster. So, yeah, fuck you. Actually, we'll actually grab that fire ability. His fire ability is fucking bitchin'. Watch this shit. Look at that. It's like a little ground nuke. And trust me, many of the partners in this game do not get abilities anywhere close to as good as this guy does. Alright, so anyway, here are actually all the new people in this game, in case you're curious. Since they're here, we will talk about them. Right over here, we have Choo Choo. And by the way, one of the charm things I like about this game is when you select a partner, look at their face. But not only that, you also have that little zoom-in moment, like that, boom, you pick this person, and I love that. But they get so pissed off. Like, look at how pissed these other animals are. They are not happy we picked Choo Choo. But look over here. Same thing with this guy is called Pinch. Oh, Pitch. I like to call him Cilantro Jr. because he's a green bird, and that's my green sheet conure. So, in case you guys are curious, this is his ability. A lot of Pitch's abilities end up being that he's a bird, like Aku was, and a lot of his abilities are leaving Kirby, like, I want to say his cutter ability, his electric ability, they're all basically leaving Kirby, and then we can kind of walk around, and he's kind of a homing thing. The issue is he's very hard to direct, so as much as I like his like design and stuff because I like the kind of bird he is, I'm not really a big fan of his abilities. Chew is a very sticky creature. Oh, I guess I should talk about Pitch real quick. And then he can kind of float but not fly. He's very fast to run with though when you have him, so I wanted to show that off. Kirby actually rides on top, and he's actually pretty quick because, sad to say, this game's a little slowish when it comes to the gameplay pace. So again, we're back to single-use abilities, so it's more about platformer than it being an action game, which is what I've always said. The ones that use the superstar multi-use abilities are more action games than they are platformers. So anyway, but yeah, Chew hangs on top, and she'll actually hang on top of ceilings. So I can show you that in a second. And also the fire ability is you have to hold the jump button, but you end up blowing up Chew because she's like a gooey-like creature. Not exactly like Gooey, the actual Gooey, the creature we just showed off. But anyway, but you know, she's pretty cool. I like Gooey, and we actually want to keep her for this specific level. But anyway, I do want to say that if you do, like, let's say print out Gooey right now, we have to drop our ability to put him away if you want to get rid of him, or just let him die, but that's wasting health you could get back. So just want to let you guys know that. Sadly, I can't show off Chew's ability here. Do we have a spot? I guess we kind of could? Yeah. So as you can see here, she actually kind of climbs on top of stuff and she hangs. She doesn't have unlimited flight, though, like some of the other animals, so you have to watch out for that. But we do want to go over here, though. This little home's hiding over here. Now, the reason why I have an FAQ open here is because some of these ones are pretty stupid. So you heard that little jingle there. I'm pretty sure you heard it last time as well. That means that your objective is in this specific level. You have to do something here or around here or something similar. Every level doesn't have that. I'll explain them particularly, but for the most part, your objective will definitely be at a location you hear that. Now, I want you to look at this little guy right here. He seems like he's a weird gooey creature on top of a spring. What would you think you need to do for this? My first thought was, oh, he's like a spring. He needs help bouncing, so I need like the stone ability, and I'll pound down, and it'll make him want to hop again. Nope, we just need to have Chew with no ability, and we have to slap him across the face. By the way, Chew gets abilities by grabbing them and giving them the Kirby, so yes, that was it. I don't know if maybe that's a Japanese lore thing that we missed out on. I don't know what kind of gooey spring Japanese lore thing would have that, but it's pretty stupid, and that's why I have to have an FAQ open here. I mean, I figured most out on my own. When I played this a week ago, I basically beat the game, or I beat each particular world without trying to get the hard stars. If I ended up getting them, I got them. But for the most part, I needed an FAQ for a lot of them, and sometimes if the level was a pain in the ass, I kept game facts open. I'm like, nope, we're doing this for sure. Sorry. So, but yeah, like, how stupid is that? So, you know, that's one of the negatives I have about this game. Not only is this objective thing not nice because you can't really speed through the level unless, like, you want to do a no true ending kind of run, which you don't want to do it. This game is a game you want to do the true ending with. It sucks. Oh, well, we can drop the spike ability, though. I'm going to show this off. So, spike. For Chew, it's shooting off the little, it's just kind of a shoot-off for a second. I like Kirby's better with the just kind of standing still. It does freeze, by the way. If you hold spikes for as long as you want to, it'll stay up for as long as you want to. So feel free to do that if you feel that's necessary. The issue is that Chew doesn't really hit. If there's a really small enemy, you can't hit it with the spike ability in Chew, like right here. And it's just it's not that. It's not saying it's not that useful, it's situational, and a lot of the animal friends have abilities like this that are very situational, and I have to disagree with them doing that. I hate it. I really hate it. And it's one of the reasons I don't like this game. It feels very slower paced because you have to be much more careful. And sometimes you can't even hit certain enemies. So anyway, because we helped this guy out, we get our heart star. So, bam. I love that. I love this music too. It's so fucking good. Alrighty then, so we don't need much, so... Nope. Alright, so we don't get a negative from these. We Chew's face there, oh my god. Sorry, Chew's face. Ah, that was so funny. Alrighty then, so... Time to go into the next level and continue on. So I will be failing one of these ones in a moment to kind of give you guys an example of what the game's like without, how the final boss works if you don't have everything. So just to kind of show it off, because why not? So usually you'll have these midway places. If I remember correctly, you're never going to have a midway spot that isn't going to be like, oh yeah, I need to particularly get, but yeah, you'll never have a midway spot that's usually not filled with friends or an objective or something. Usually it's get to the end for each particular level. There might be rare cases where that's not the case, but yeah. So anyway, real quick, we have the rest of our friends here from the last game, besides Choo-Choo. We don't have Rick here right now, but we still have Kine. His electric is still the bulb, but he doesn't shoot it out anymore, so that kind of sucks because that was one of his best abilities in the last game. However, a lot of his abilities are much better now. So again, they're around the same as they were in the last game, but they did buff up Kine and not make him be a crappy piece of crap. Ku, though, is still my absolute favorite. I love these little moments where they just join up. It's so cute. It's so full of charm. And then you have the people with a sad face. But anyway, Ku is still the best. Great speed. It's usually, you know, I guess if you're speed running the game, you'd probably want Ku unless you have to do a 100% run or something like that. And yeah, Ku is still the best. He got nerfed in some areas with certain abilities, but he's still pretty damn great. Like, Parasol isn't as good as it used to be. Like, it was a fantastic tornado, basically the absolute best ability in the game. It still makes you invincible, and you can stay invincible, but you go much slower now, and it's kind of obnoxious. But Ku's still very good. I recommend Ku. And FYI, these little things, they can't hurt you. See that? No, they can't hurt you. I first played the game thinking they could hurt you, and I'm like, man, I gotta avoid these things. I'm worrying and all that shit, because I didn't get Ku for this particular section, so... But nope, don't have to worry about it. And by the way, if you collect stuff, you can just kind of exit the level and then do that. So if you want to collect Ku abilities, get your 1-up, get your maximum tomato, and leave, you will keep them. So this isn't like future platformers, so... By the way, these little puffballs will hurt you, but they turn into other little puffballs, which I think they hurt you, but I'm not exactly sure. So anyway, here is a different objective. It is a minigame. There is one minigame in each level, or each world. So this time we had to pay attention to, this little mini game where we have to pick what's what. It was this little tiny weird, I forgot what these guys' name are actually, the spiked guys, so. But there's like different forms that we have to guess. I will be save stating here because fuck trying to figure out what this game wants me to do. So this is one of the moments I want to save state because I don't want to have to play through the whole level all over again. Because if we mess up once, we're done. We have to play that level all over again to figure it out. Alright, that was the one-eyed one. Ah, Kirby's face. Again, I mean, look at the graphics. Like, it's something you don't think about when you're first playing through, but look at the spinning flowers on the ground. They look so good. I loved using this moment for the over... Oh, shit! Watch out for this one. It's very easy to die. It's one of those dick moments in this game. I really hate this. But anyway, no, I loved using that moment for the overclocking video. I wish I used a lot more stills from just this game, because this game just looks fantastic, and I really wish I used a lot more. Like, as I was playing, I'm like, shit, man, I should have played through this game more for the fucking... just for that video alone. Anyway, as we can see, Ku kicks ass. We can just kind of fly across the screen here. Don't gotta worry about much. Nope, fuck you, don't care, fuck you, nope. And we're done. End of level. There we go. And is it just me, or is the end of this level supposed to kind of show us where we're going in the next level? Okay, so we have mountains in the background now. Is that what we're going to see in the next level? Because I swear that happened last time.